YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. What I want to do today is a comparison between the old model Pochette accessories from Louis Vuitton and the new model. There are a few differences. They are basically the same, but there are some important differences. I'm sure there are plenty of videos on this, but I'm seeing these for the first time because I just got this one recently. This one I've had for a while, and if you're wondering about the pattern on there, this is a limited edition piece, Stephen Sprouse graffiti edition, and this is in the dark green. It comes in a few different colors. And then this would be the new model Pochette accessories in Damier Azur. So I wanted to go over some of the differences with these. I'm going to start with measurements, and I'm not going to do what fits and that sort of thing in this video. I'm just going to show you the differences between them. So with the measurements, I'm going to show you how I measured. I measured from the top here, and actually the outside measurements here are where some of the differences are. The sides are pretty much the same. And the new model, you'd think looking at them side by side that they're the same size, but they're not. The new model's a little bit bigger. So on the top here, the old model is 8 inches across, but the new model is 8.5 inches across. So you gain ½ an inch there on the new model. The base, and I measured that at the widest part of the corners, the base on the old model is 8.25 inches, and the base on the new model is 9 inches, so you gain 0.75 inches at the bottom. The bases are a little different, so the new model is wider. Let me get the straps out of the way so you can see that. Now it's a little hard to tell with this graffiti one because it's puffed out some, or puffed in some, where it looks a little more narrow than it actually is. But let me give you the dimensions here. So I measured right at the top where the stitching is, right across there it is, and this is between the piping, so it's a space you can actually fit stuff into. And that measurement is 0.8 inches on both bags. At the bottom is where you see the difference. The old model from piping to piping, inside the piping, is 1.25 inches on the old model, and then the new model is 1.5 inches, so you gain 1/4 inch on the new model. I also measured the widest part of the base here, and that is 1.5 inches on both pieces. So what they did on the new model was widen the corners out, but the middle stayed the same. And then I didn't give you the height. The height is the same on both of them. In the middle, top to bottom here, it's 5 inches, and then on the sides where it's a little bit shorter, it's about 4.5 inches, and I measured that from here to the widest, or the longest part of the corner there. Besides gaining some space in this bag in the new model, you also gain some strap length, which gives you a bigger strap drop. The old model strap, if I hold these up next to each other, you can really see how different they are. It's a pretty big difference there. So the old model strap is 11 inches long, and I measured that from, put this one down, I measured that from the top of the vachetta here to the bottom of the vachetta. So I didn't take the strap off and measure that end, I just measured to the bottom of the vachetta and the D-ring there. So that length on the old model is 11 inches, and that gives you a strap drop of 5.25 inches there, which is for some people enough to go over their shoulder. I mean, I can get it there, but it's not comfortable to wear that as a bag over your shoulder. But on the new model, they realized that people were using these as handbags, so they gave us a longer strap so we can wear it over our shoulder quite comfortably, and it looks good. So the new model strap, the length of that is 18 inches, so you're gaining 7 inches on your strap there, and the strap drop is 9.25 inches, so there you're gaining 4 inches in your strap drop there. The other big difference is the inside of the bag. There are a couple of things, 2 things that are different really. So they changed the look of the inside of the bag, and not really the structure of it, but let me show you. Inside of the old model, just like with the Speedy, you can see the seams there with the bias tape on top of it. Let me pop that out. you can see it a little bit better. I don't want to turn it inside out, but I'm going to show you. So you can see the seams with the bias tape sewn over it. So you can look into the bag and see how it's structured, how it's put together. On the new model, and notice that there's no pocket inside here, it's just one big open space, and mine does have over here a little white stain that it came with because I purchased that pre-loved and I knew about that when I bought it. On this model, you don't have the seams. You do have a pocket. That's a pretty big deal. I think that really helps. Something like this, it looks like a small bag, but it holds a lot. So having the pocket there really helps you organize in this bag. But they still have the seams inside. They're just covered up. They've added a lining to it. So it's a cleaner look in there, as you can see. And then of course they've added the pocket. And I wanted to give you the dimensions of the pocket. I measured on the inside of the stitching there, so it's the measurement is the space that you actually have to put stuff in. It doesn't include the fabric on the edge of the pocket where that's like the outside of the pocket. Does that make sense? So the pocket is, where did I write that down? 6 inches across and almost 3 inches tall. And that is enough to comfortably fit my iPhone 6. You can see that fits perfectly in there. And those are the big differences with this bag. So it's the width across here and across the corners. It's the strap drop, and it's the way that the interior is designed and that pocket that you get there. For me, the newer models, I've talked about this in the unboxing that I did of this bag a few days ago, and I'll link that video below. These new models are hard to find because they've made it that way at Louis Vuitton. It's difficult to find them at their store and at their website. I have heard of people stalking the website and finding them in the middle of the night. So good luck with that, or good luck with just walking into a store and finding one. Maybe you have a sales associate that can find one for you. That's great. For most of us, they're hard to find. So we go to the Preloved market, like I got this one, and these retail for $525. And on the Preloved market, the new models, even in not the best condition, they tend to start around $700, and I've seen them upwards of $1,000. Whereas old models, even some of the special edition ones like this, the old model, and especially the monograms, you can get those for like $300 plus. So if you just want a pochette that's this size to hold your things, then that's a great way to go, the Preloved market, to get one of these. If you want to use it as a handbag or a shoulder bag, I mean, you could always get this and buy another strap or a chain strap or something to make a longer strap to wear on your shoulder. I like to take this one and add, well, I don't really have it in front of me to show you, but I like to add a crossbody strap. Like I get the bend strap from my Eva, and I'll add that and wear it as a crossbody bag. I also have a long chain that I could wear as a crossbody bag, and I just either take that vachetta strap off or leave it hanging there. And I've worn this as a crossbody bag several times, and that works great. I do the same thing with this one though. I've only had it for about a week, but I've been wearing it pretty much every day. You can wear it over your shoulder. For me, I still find it's more comfortable to wear as a crossbody bag. I find that it's more easily accessible and it doesn't fall off my shoulder. Like, I feel like this would, actually I don't think I've worn this just like as a shoulder bag by itself yet. I think I've only had a crossbody strap. And I took the strap from my Terren MM and wore that with it, and that looks great. And I just left that hanging there, the strap hanging there. I think it would be really pretty to get a small gold chain to hang there too. I think Lily LV did that. I'll try to find that video. I'm not sure if she has one linked where you can buy it, but I will see if I can find that and link that below too, so you can check out what her chain would look like. It's very pretty. But yeah, those are the big differences between those bags. So if you, I was gonna say where I was going with all that, if you wanted one of these as a bag, as a handbag, they both work. It is nice to have the little bit of extra space and the extra pocket, but I wouldn't let the length of the strap deter you from getting an older one, the old model, because you can put a different strap on it. That's not a big deal. I would just encourage you to look for one that's in good condition and get whatever you feel like is a good price for it. And like I said, around 300, around 400, that's for the old model at least, that's a good price to pay. Like I said, I got a really good deal on this from the Real Real. Like I said, they retail for $5.25 and I got this for $4.25. And a few days ago, the day that the unboxing of this video posted online on YouTube, I went to the Real Real and they had another new model, excellent, like new condition like this one is, but in monogram, and they had it for $4.25 again. And I didn't get it because, I don't know, I'm gonna kick myself for not getting it, I'm sure, but I didn't get it because we're spending a lot of money on the move. Moving is expensive, and buying some new things for the apartment, so I'm trying to spend money on apartment stuff and not handbag stuff. This one I couldn't pass up because I'd been looking for the Azure one for quite a while now. I just couldn't justify the monogram one with all the other stuff that's going on right now. It sold pretty quickly. I'm really hoping that one of you bought it. I'm really hoping that, because I've been plugging the Real Real and encouraging you guys to go over there and look for things like that. So I'm hoping that somebody took me up on my advice and went there and found that and got a fantastic deal on that beautiful new model monogram pochette accessoire. And if it was one of you, please let me know, because I would really love to know about that. Let me know in the comment section which one of these you prefer, the old model or the new model, especially if you have both of them. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, and whether you think it's worth it to spend extra money on the new model, and what you think about the pricing on the Preloved market of the new model ones that go for upwards of $700. Personally, I think that's a little nuts. I can understand, I mean, I don't want to get into a whole discussion here about price, but I can understand supply and demand and all that stuff, but I also personally would not feel right about charging that much when I know the retail price of the item, even though it's difficult to find. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and click the bell notification icon, and leave your comments below about these pieces. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a fantastic day. Bye.